podcast for episode... Oh man, I don't know how to do this anymore. Hello, welcome to Knit and Kitten podcast number 14. My name is Mallory, otherwise known as Just a Dose of Love all around the internet. So you can find me on Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, Ravelry, and Twitter under Just a Dose of Love, though I am most active on Instagram. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming to join me again. If you are a new viewer, this is a video podcast about knitting mostly, although some other crafts do end up making their way into this podcast. It's kind of just, the things I make on a bi-weekly basis. Let me see here. It's been a little bit, well, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the last Knit and Kitten podcast episode, so I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things after Vlogmas, which was a daily video, Vlogmas video and or podcast video from December 1st to December 25th, and after saying the same intro 25 times, I kind of forgot what my other one sounds like a little bit, so just bear with me here. I'm actually just going to jump right into what's on my needles, and we'll start there. So I have been working on some socks for my grandpa for his Christmas present and / birthday present, because his birthday is it on Saturday? It might be on Saturday. If not, it's tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's the 28th or the 29th. I'm the worst granddaughter ever. Anyways, I'm making him socks. Here is sock number 1, which is mostly finished. It's not entirely finished yet because there is no heel, but I thought that I would finish the long stretch first and then do both heels at the same time, or one after the other. And this is just a vanilla sock pattern. I'm using a 68 stitch count because his feet are a little bigger based on the drawing that my mom sent me. And I went with a full 10-inch, sock tube, and his feet are 10.5 inches, so it'll be, I'm really not the best at math. So let's see, toe plus 6.5-ish inches brings us to about there, so that'll be the heel, and then that'll be about that much up his leg for the socks. I usually make my socks a little bit shorter, but I thought maybe his ankles will get cold, so we're making a little bit longer, just for you, Grandpa. So that is where I'm at on the mostly completed one, and here is the spot that I'm at for the not so completed one. I'm going to be working on this one pretty hard tomorrow and on Saturday during the day, so I can finish it up for our big family Christmas get-together, which will be on Saturday night. And if you're interested, what I'm using is a Cascade yarns. It's color number 506. It's the Heritage Weave, which I think is kind of like, I'm not sure, I'm not even going to try. It's, I guess, their base, probably, Heritage Weave. And it is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon. I am using my little Haya sharp needles. I think they might be 9-inch circulars, possibly 10. And I think these are actually 2.25 mil. I thought it was 2.5, but I think I'm wrong. 2.25, yeah. So it appears that over the last 2 years, I've gone down with my sock needle sizes, which is fine because that means I'm knitting a little tighter. It's going to be a little less drafty in between those stitches there, and hopefully it'll just keep feet a little bit warmer. And I really like the smaller stitches because I do tend to knit a little looser to begin with, so the smaller needles kind of help with that. Oh, I feel like that's backwards. Anyways, the smaller needle helps. I don't know why, it just does. It just does. So that's one of the projects I have going on right now. Second project, I'm just going to show you this again. I've made no progress on it since last podcast. This is an unnamed hat. It's got some Celtic knots going on. And I'm not really going to uncake it for you, but this is the Immoral Fibre colorway. It's by yarn. It's dyed by Handmaiden, and it's a Riversity yarn exclusive, so it's exclusive to my local yarn store. The colorway is Mount Tabor, and it's a nice one. It's 81% Merino, 9% Cashmere, 10% Nylon, and I'm currently using my 4mm/US6 circular needles, although I was using 3.5mm/US4 for the brim just to make it a little tighter there. I think it'll be nice when it's done. I am a little bit worried that you're going to lose some of that cable definition with all of the variegation that's going on in the colors there, but that's fine. I mean, as much as I love knitting with all of the crazy colors and the variegation, I really love variegated yarns. It's more difficult to see the stitch definition, but I mean, just one single color yarn, that's fine too. It's a lot easier to see this stuff, but I really like my variegated yarns, and this is just kind of a pattern that I'm trying out. It's a pattern of my own, and I'll wear the hat regardless, so yeah, it's just kind of seeing how it's going to turn out, mostly. That was a little bit of a tangent, sorry about that. Yes, so this is going to go away. It's just hanging out in my unfinished projects pile until I'm done all my Christmas knitting, so after this weekend, when I finish my grandpa's socks, I will be free of all Christmas obligation knitting-wise, and then I can start on these sort of projects again. Yes, so that's where we're at with that. And project number 3 is my Christmas Eve cast on, so that is a personal knitting project. However, I mean, Christmas Eve only happens once a year, so I really had to take the window while I could. Otherwise, it's not a true Christmas Eve cast on. That's just kind of, you know, what's the point in a Christmas Eve cast on if it's not on Christmas Eve? It's a lie. It's fake. So I had to start it. I didn't get very far. I think I did about 10 rows on the cuff. So you can't even tell what kind of pattern this is yet. I just have a little 2x2 rib going on. And this is Amy at What's Up Yarn Co. This is her Autumn Path colorway. I don't remember the fiber content, but it is a fingering weight, and this was like the first yarn of hers that I absolutely fell in love with. It's got these purples and greens and oranges and like red flecks, and I absolutely love it. So it's nice to get to use this again. This is some leftovers from some other socks I had done a while ago, and I'm going to use it for my heels, cuffs, and toes in conjunction with the Serenity colorway by TurtlePurl. It's one of her self-striping, and I didn't roll this up very well. I'm not sure which base it's on. This I've had for a long time. This was actually, I used this for my Christmas Eve cast on, not 2017, but 2016. So here it is. It is a sparkly, and it's got oranges and browns and some red and yellows, and I think the oranges are going to go absolutely perfect with the Autumn Path colorway. So this is what I'm going to be using for the leg and the body, I guess, of my sock, the sock tube. And I have 2 of these balls. So I was a little bit worried about not having enough yarn, but then I realized I still have 2. And I did weigh it out. There's 22 grams of yarn in each ball. And considering I made 1 pair of socks already, that should be just fine if my cuffs, heels, and toes are a different yarn. that is the plan for that. Wow, it's been a while since I've had so many projects kind of going on at once. It doesn't seem like I've been knitting a lot, but since last podcast, I did this, and that other sock that's kind of a half sock, and, well, let's just jump right into what's off my needles. I guess not that I have finished a whole lot, but I did finish my mom's Christmas socks. So, Mom, on the off chance that you're looking at this before I see you, stop looking. Now, so this, I'll show you both of them because I have both socks finished. It is the Portia Poppy sock pattern by Kimiko. I'm sorry, Kimiko, I can't say your last name. I worry that I say your first name wrong, so, Kimiko. I will have her Instagram information down in the show notes below so you can check out if you like. Her Instagram is Kimiko_MC_Knitspired, and she also has the Knitspired podcast on YouTube. Super cute. Anyways, yeah, this is her Portia Poppy sock pattern. It was a test knit that I did for her, and it's in her Sweet Child in Mine series, which I had the pleasure of test knitting one of her other ones. It was the Stella Bella Honey sock. That's actually one of my another project that I have on the go that I kind of forgot about. It's a sock for me. I'm working on the second sock right now, but that's been put on hold until, you know, the Christmas knitting is done. And apparently, I should not forget about that. Mallory, you have a sock on the go for yourself. Don't forget. It's just so easy to push off things when they're for yourself and there's no deadline. Anyways, that was got sidetracked again. Sorry. So here it is. Here's both of them. I used the Pumpkin Latte colorway by the Sheepy Shire. It's on her staple sock base, and it's a 75-25% superwash merino nylon mix. And what's nice about this pattern is it has these, well, it's got a textured pattern, and it's got these nice little ribs. Let's see if I can do this so that you can see the texture. I don't know if I'll be able to. Hopefully it's not too bright. Here it is. So it's got that nice textured pattern on the front, and it's got a heel flapping gusset for the heel, which is still pretty new to me. I'm still figuring it out, but I think this one went a lot better than the first one, which was also fine. It was difficult. I didn't know what I was doing. And it's got a really cute single cable that just goes down the back. Now, my mom, she gets really cold feet, so I like this textured pattern because it would keep her feet a little warmer. And yeah, so there they are. Aren't they cute? I hope my mom likes them because I'm in love with this yarn, and it'll break my heart a little bit if she is not. Oh well, I guess. Now I gotta put them back in the box for her. Yeah, well, those are coming up to me to give to my mom. I'm leaving for High Prairie tomorrow after work. High Prairie is where I grew up, in case I've never mentioned that before. It's a little town, northern Alberta. Yeah, and I spent my years there from the time I was born to the time I was 17 when I moved out. I decided that I wanted some today instead of just looking at it sitting there, so. Oh. Well, So I'm eating it tonight. Or parts of it anyways. Yum. Delicious. And in case you haven't seen this adorable cup and saucer set, the lovely Ashley that I work with got it for me for Christmas. pretty and elegant. It is, I love it. I love it so much. Ugh. Yeah. Can't wait to see who's going to break it first. Chris or Connor. Or me. Twist of fate. Plot twist. It'll be me. I hope not. That'll make me very sad. Anyways. I guess I should also set my timer. Okay. Where were we? Stash enhancement. That's where we are now. Stash enhancement. Okay. So, Chris got me some yarn for Christmas. And I guess originally he went in for stocking stuffers and he came out with 2 skeins. So I'm not going to complain at all. I am just going to show you the goods. So here's one of them. It is Black Cat Custom Yarns. It is her Fairy Dragon colorway, and it's on the Everyday Sock base. So that is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon, and it's got these, like, it's got basically all of the colors in it. I'll show it to you. It's got blues and pinks and some oranges, and oh my gosh, look at that. I hope it's not getting too washed out with the lights, but look at that. Oh, those blues. I guess I should show you the side I was looking at. Look at those blues. Oh, gorgeous. And then over here there's like oranges. It looks like it's orange because of the red and the yellow dyes, the way that they've lain over top of each other in the dye pot. Unless there's actually some orange in there. There might be. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't even know what kind of socks I'm going to make with this. Something with a nice texture that's not too intricate, I think. Actually, these would be really nice as another pair of Portia Poppy socks. I'm so bad at this. Woo. Someone's going to have to show me how to do this because I am terrible at re-skeining my yarn. Re-wrapping, re-putting into a skein. What is the correct terminology? I don't know. And the greens. Have I said anything about the greens yet? Oh. Yeah, look at that. Okay, well, I'm terrible at this. That's what happened. This is just how this is going to go into my... Maybe I'll try and do this later. Maybe when I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life, I'll just fix my yarn. Actually, that worked out pretty well. Okay, I take it back. This is okay. This turned out okay. Now just to get the label back on. Hum-de-dum. Sorry, I'm trying to kill time while I fix this. Okay. Alright. That's dealt with. It's done. Second yarn. Also, Black Cat Custom Yarns. It is on the Blingtron 400 base and it's called Slime Talon. So it's an 84/16 superwash merino silver stellina base. And I hope the purple's coming through because it's purple and green. Makes me think of like Wizard of Oz, Wicked Witch of the West kind of thing. I think it's going to be a hat. I think it's going to be a Halloween hat. I could change my mind, but look at it! It'd be the perfect Halloween hat. I think this might be my autumn hat next year. So there it is. Super squishy. Super exciting. Oh, yeah. Yarn makes me so happy. So happy. And other than that, that's actually about it on the yarn front, which is fine. Right now I can't knit quite quick enough. So other stuff. As you guys know, I was doing Vlogmas. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I definitely plan to again next year, barring any crazy major life events that alter the course of my video podcasting. It could happen, but as far as, plans go, I'm going to do it again next year. And part of Vlogmas, what I was doing was going through my 2018 goals / New Year's resolutions and setting new ones for 2019. So I'm just going to read through the ones that I have here to put them all together, although I'm pretty sure I'm missing 3 off this list, so I'm going to have to do a quick reconciliation with my show notes. Basically, the rest of the episode tonight is just going to be running through my 2019 resolutions, so yeah. I would like to organize the Christmas Care Pack campaign a little better next year. I was not exactly going a little crazy with it. I was just lots of things needed to be done at once. It would have been easier for myself if I had planned it out a little more thoroughly, which is fine. Like, you live and learn, right? You find out what works, find out what doesn't work, and do better next time. There's no other way to do that. So that's one of them. Next on my list of house rooms to redecorate is going to be the bedroom. Alright, so that was a little frustrating. We're not going to talk about it too much, but the last 10 minutes of my video didn't record because my memory card ran out of space, so that's where we're at. I'm just going to start from grow a herb garden successfully. So I was growing some herbs above the kitchen sink, so mint, basil, dill, and parsley, and then they all died because I have not a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb. I have a black thumb, probably. Honestly, it's a miracle that my bonsai is still alive. I have no idea how it's still alive, but it is, so that's a good thing. I almost killed my spider plants, and those things are hard to kill. So if I can successfully grow a herb garden, that would be wonderful. Alright, new curtains for living room and kitchen. I'd like to make some matching curtains for the living room and the kitchen, so my house is less of a Mod Podge of a bunch of different things that are just stuck together because that's what I have, and starting to, get into that phase where the stuff that I have is because I want to have it and not because it just happens to be what's around. So there's that. Publish 12 patterns. Yes, I would like to publish 12 patterns, and on that note, the Farmer's Daughter pattern release. I completely missed my December 21st deadline by a long shot. It is now the 27th, so that's a week. I missed it by a week. I do still want to publish it this year, so I'm going to aim for the 31st, which is a Monday, and a day that I have off. So, worst case scenario, I will make sure it's published before the end of the day on the 31st. And since it is New Year's Eve, I'm going to try and finish it before that. Yes. So sorry about that. Honestly, it kills me a little bit when I miss deadlines. It kills me a lot, actually, when I miss deadlines, and I hate it. So I profusely apologize for that. And yeah, I will not miss the next one. Knit a tea cozy for each of my teapots. This is going to be difficult if I keep buying more teapots, but by the end of the year, next year, I will have a tea cozy for each of my teapots, and then they will stop getting dust on them, and life will be good. Figure out what I'm doing wrong with my resin. So my resin, the smaller pieces usually end up still a little bendy. They're not tacky, they're just still a bit, they're not hard. They're hard enough, but not completely hard. And I need to figure out what's going on with that. So that is the goal. Make myself a nice DPN holder. So I don't have a holder for my double pointed needles. and right now they just kind of sit in the bottom of my bag, and I hope I don't lose them, and I freak out sometimes because I think I do, so I would like to make myself a nice DPN holder and solve that problem. Participate in 6 knit-alongs. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Participate in 6 knit-alongs. One of which is going to be the Box of Socks Cal. Box of Socks. So I would like to successfully do the Box of Socks knit-along, which will end up with me having 12 socks for myself at the end of next year. Fingers crossed. I can do it. It'll be fun. I'm not sure I can do it. I'm going to try really hard to do it. 100 YouTube subscribers. So this was a goal last year, but last year I was a part of the Whips and Wine podcast, and we did hit 100, but now I would like to set and hit that goal for myself on the Knit and Kitten podcast. 1,000 Instagram followers. I have been really bad at Instagram lately, and I think if I have a goal in mind, at least that'll help me be a little more consistent with the Instagram. 52 Coziest Memories squares knit. So that works out to 1 a week. But if I end up missing a week here or there and just doubling up on other weeks, by the end of the year I would like to have 52 squares knit for my Coziest Memory blanket, because then I will be 52 squares closer to finishing my blanket. It's still going to take a long time, but I'll be closer. Take secondary ASL course. So I was learning sign this fall, and I'm starting to forget already, so I would like to learn additional signs. I'm trying to use words, signs that I know to say this. I'm starting to lose it a little bit already. I really would like to take a secondary course just to, I think it's really fun. It's really fun, and I hope the camera doesn't fall. Sika's hanging out by the camera over there. Oh god. I hope she doesn't have a fight with the cat. Ah, Sika, your tail! Oh my. Okay. Do you mind? This is a little terrifying. Oh, cat. You know, hopefully she's not shaking the camera. It kind of looks like she is, but anyways. Take dance lessons. Oh, she did move it. Well, that's fine, I guess. You can still see me. There she goes. You know, cat. Messing things up and leaving. Oy. Anyways, take dance lessons. I don't know what kind of dance yet. I do know that my community league does have weekly dance lessons, so maybe I'll drop in one of those. I don't know what kind they are, but I didn't specify what kind of dance I want to learn either, so take dance lessons. Take my project management tests, so I would like to challenge the entry-level project management certificate, I think. I can't remember what the actual name of it is, but eventually I would like to have my project management professional designation, and just, you know, kind of getting started with that test will be a step in the right direction anyways. So I'd like to do that. Take a cooking class. I would like to learn how to make bread because I cannot make bread. It doesn't turn out. It doesn't rise, or it rises too much and then there's a big hole in the middle, or it doesn't work out. So I'd like to learn how to make bread. See one play. I would actually like to see more than one play, but I also wanted to see more than one play in 2018, and I didn't see any. So one will be good. At least one. I'd like to see at least one play. Skydive with Connor. He's good with that. I'm good with that. We both want to do it. I've done it before. And we just need to actually do it. So, skydive with Connor. River float 4 times. Also pretty self-explanatory. and a new cat tree for Sika with multiple play platforms. Sika loves her cat tree. She likes to hang out and bat around some of her toys up on the platform, so they've been dubbed her play platforms. And I just like a few more of them so that she has a little more space just to, you know, cat. If that makes any sense. And that is it. Alright, I would like to say thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll talk about knitting and crafts and all of the things. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's Eve, a wonderful New Year's Day, and an amazing start to 2019. I will talk to you in the new year.